20 hygiene tips that no one talks about, and I really think we should all be trying to do at least some of these on a daily basis, preferably all of them. I'm going to be showing this video everything you need to do, the basic hygiene steps you need to take to be feeling and looking your best. Here's the thing. You could be the hottest girl in the room, you could be the hottest girl at the party, but if your breath smells, if your hair smells, if your nails are dirty, any part of you just stands out that where your hygiene is lacking, you automatically are not that hot girl anymore. At least in my opinion, and I'm sure most of you will agree with this. Whereas opposed if you take a super basic average kind of girl and she's so put together, she smells amazing, her teeth are sparkling, her nails are clean, her skin looks amazing, her hair looks fresh, she immediately is so much more appealing and so many more people are going to gravitate towards her. She's just immediately more attractive. I think hygiene will either make or break the way people see you and perceive you. Hygiene is so underrated. It is so easy. It's something that we could all be doing. So despite what you're given naturally, your natural looks, whether you're tall or skinny or short, it doesn't matter. If you're following a basic, simple hygiene routine, if you just make it your habit, you will be more appealing, you will be more attractive, people will want to be around you. And does this not mean laying yourself with perfume or cologne or, trying to mask? You can't be lazy with hygiene. Hygiene, you just gotta do it because people will see it. You can't fake hygiene. Starting off with number one, and I do this every single day and I haven't seen anyone or heard anyone talk about this, is putting peroxide on your toothbrush before you use it and after you use it. And what this is doing is, first of all, it's disinfecting your toothbrush, which we know harbors a lot of bacteria. Our toothbrushes are one of the dirtiest things in the bathroom because we're using it constantly and it's wet. So putting hydrogen peroxide on your toothbrush, which is, by the way, completely safe. I promise you, I'm a dental hygienist and I recommend this to all my patients. What it also does is whiten your teeth naturally over time because the hydrogen peroxide helps to remove that surface stain. So every time you're brushing your teeth, you're also whitening your teeth without damaging your enamel because it's not bleached technically. Hydrogen peroxide is great and it's going to keep your teeth clean and your toothbrush clean. I think this is so easy, so amazing. All you do is just spray a little bit of hydrogen peroxide on your toothbrush before and after you use it. So it's clean before you use it and it stays clean after you use it. It's very safe, it's very affordable. You can get it over the counter. You get the 3% hydrogen peroxide, that's food grade. And even if you swallow a little bit, it's totally safe, I promise. But more importantly, you're staying hygienic. Now, number two, oil pulling. I know everyone talks about oil pulling. I know this is not new, but I just want to remind you of the incredible benefits of oil pulling and what it does for your oral hygiene. Because there's nothing more unattractive than speaking to someone who's got just bad breath. And some people have bad breath despite using mouthwash, despite using gum or anything, because all those things are going to mask the odor that's in your mouth. Kind of like you can't skip showering and just put on perfume. That's the equivalent of using mouthwash when you've just got bad bacteria in your mouth that's been accumulating, and no matter what you do, you're gonna have that bad bacteria and people can smell it, and it's just really unattractive and also disrespectful to the people around you. Like, no one wants to be speaking to someone who's got bad breath. And you can be the most beautiful person on earth, but if you've got bad breath, that's just so unattractive. I'm sure most of you agree. And not to make you feel bad, as a dental hygienist, I can assure you that most people have bad breath. So don't feel bad. But I will say that oil pulling is one of the easiest ways to truly remove that bad bacteria and keep it away without just using mouthwash. So mouthwash is not going to last long enough. It's not going to kill all the bacteria. Oil pulling actually pulls out, there's science behind this. It pulls out that bad bacteria all the way from your throat. So when you're doing this, be sure not to swallow any of it because you're going to be swallowing the pathogens. I like to do this first thing in the morning. I can get any kind of coconut oil. It doesn't really matter. You can actually use any oil. You can use olive oil. It's just the oil emulsifies and pulls out the bacteria. I like coconut oil personally, but you can try it and just use any oil you have in your house. You don't have to go out and buy a special oil. Do this for at least 5 to 10 minutes. In the beginning, it's going to be hard because you're swishing it around, your mouth's going to be tired. Ideally, you want to work up to 20 minutes, and I like to have it stacked. So while I'm doing the oil pulling in the morning, I'm also cleaning the dishes. I'm also getting breakfast ready. I'm doing things. It's not just, you just need to sit there for 20 minutes and doing oil pulling. You can just do other things simultaneously. So I like to do that. It also does help whiten teeth. I haven't bleached my teeth in a very, very, very long time. I drink coffee, I drink wine occasionally, I drink a lot of tea like morning and night, and my teeth are staying white. I do everything that says not to do if you want to keep white teeth. Like I tell my patients, don't drink coffee, except smoking. Blueberries, any like natural food coloring stains teeth. But I love all those things and I will not stop eating blueberries or drinking my coffee or my tea, and my teeth stay white. And I truly believe it's the combination of the hydrogen peroxide and the oil pulling. It does just remove that surface stain, that surface bacteria. A lot of stain on our teeth is caused by that bacteria actually. It also helps to reduce illnesses, oil pulling. So it helps to clear your throat of pathogens. Again, the bacteria is what causes us to sometimes get sick and have a sore throat. I haven't had a sore throat, knock on wood, in a very, very long time. And it just keeps your teeth healthy. It keeps your gums healthy. It's just such a nice, natural way to keep everything in your mouth, your oral health nice and healthy. Okay, moving on, tongue scraping. Okay, I know this is also not new. Everyone knows the benefits of tongue scraping, but I'm gonna tell you that it's not just your tongue scraping, it's the way you're doing it. So make sure you're keeping your tongue scraper clean. So kind of like my toothbrush, I just spritz it with hydrogen peroxide before and after using it to make sure it's actually fully disinfected, and I'm using the hydrogen peroxide to pull off all that bad bacteria, because most of our bad breath is the bacteria sitting on our tongue. Our tongue it's moist and it just collects all that bacteria, all the nasty stuff. So let's say even if you chew gum, even if you use mouthwash, even if you brush your teeth and floss, which I recommend, your tongue will still have that bacteria. So like when you're out and about and you have bad breath, it could be just be a lack of scraping your tongue. Do it once a day, morning or night, it doesn't matter, as long as you're removing that bacteria. And if your tongue is nice and clean, it doesn't have a white coat on it, that's how you know it's clean. If your tongue has a white coat on it, that is bacteria, and you wanna just remove that. That's kind of like the plaque that sits on your teeth. We have plaque on our tongue. This might sound really crazy, but do not make your bed first thing in the morning. I know a lot of productivity girls will tell you like, make your bed first thing in the morning so you feel accomplished. And I know there's an argument to be made for that. So like when you make your bed, you feel like you're actually getting tasks done. I get that 100%. But for hygiene reasons, and this sounds really strange, but apparently when you make your bed first thing in the morning, just not letting all the bacteria kind of air out. So what happens is overnight, there's a lot of moisture, there's a lot of sweat happening at night. We sweat and there's dead skin cells and everything. And so if we just make our bed first thing in the morning, we're not letting it kind of air out. So leaving your bed not made and just opening up your blinds, letting in the UV light is going to kill all that bacteria, all that moisture is going to air out. So what I actually like to do is I don't make my bed, but I'll kind of like throw my blanket up and down to air out all that bacteria. Now that I know this, I can like not do it because I'm so aware of, you know, just the stuff that's on our bed. Like we do change our bed sheets weekly, but every night, no matter what, you're sweating. So you just have to make sure your bed stays nice and fresh for when you're ready for bed the same day. So I would wait at least 30 minutes. And if you don't make it at all, hey, who cares? You can get away with not making your bed for the day. Who wouldn't want that? This is also very crazy and strange, but you have got to clean your belly button. I know no one talks about this. Your belly button harbors actually a lot of bacteria because it just gets trapped in there. There's sebum production. I don't know if you've ever noticed, if you've ever taken a look inside, there may be like little black things in there, and that is sebum production. It's kind of like blackheads on your nose are similar to like what accumulates in your belly button. So it's not something that many people pay attention to, but I just wanted to mention this. I try to do this at least once a week. Super easy. Just take a Q-tip, again, hydrogen peroxide. I love hydrogen peroxide. I actually use it for like, there's so many uses. I think I might just make a video of all the uses of hydrogen peroxide. Anyway, spray some hydrogen peroxide on the Q-tip and just gently clean around. Don't use your finger because your finger also has bacteria. So that's not a good option. Just use some hydrogen peroxide. Do this once a week. It takes less than a minute and your belly button will stay nice and clean. Fresh clothes daily. I know this doesn't need to be said, and I know this sounds kind of silly, but a lot of times, I don't know if you've ever noticed when you're talking to someone or you hug someone and they smell kind of stale. Like they're not necessarily dirty, they could appear to be very clean, but there's a stale smell to them. That most likely is just not having fresh clothes on. I like to change my clothes every single day. I don't care, even if there's no stains, there's no spills, there's nothing, I will throw at the end of the day, whatever I was wearing into the hamper. I don't care. Like, I wanna make sure that I'm putting on fresh clothes every single day. What happens is if we take our clothes that are not fresh and we hang them back in the closet, it's going to also just spread that stale smell among our other clothes. And I just like to keep everything nice, fresh, and clean. I know this sounds kind of extra, or maybe not, maybe some of you already do this, but I swear when I smell someone with that stale smell, it's just so unattractive. And again, you could be the most attractive person on earth, but if you've got that like staley smell on your clothes, it's not a good look. I don't recommend it. Wash your clothes every day, unless, okay, fine. Let's say you went out and you wore a nice pair of trousers for like 1 hour and that's it. And they're like, you gotta dry clean them. Fine, maybe put them aside and I'm sure they're nice and fine. But if you've been wearing something the whole day, you've got to throw it in the hamper. I don't care. Throw it in the hamper, throw everything in the hamper, put on fresh clothes in the morning. You're gonna feel amazing, you're gonna look amazing, you're gonna be fresh. And once you start doing this, you're gonna be aware of what a difference it makes wearing fresh clothes versus like day old clothes. This is a crazy one, but it really works. Tea bags in your shoes. Any shoes that you have that are smelly, like running shoes, sneakers, and you wear on a daily basis, if you just put tea bags, this is such a crazy and easy hack. It'll remove the odor. There's something in the tannins in the tea, so it doesn't matter if it's black tea, green tea. Find the cheapest tea on the market. You don't need to spend a lot of money on this. It's such an easy, natural hack. You don't have to use like Lysol, those are full of chemicals. And then you put your feet in there. I don't recommend that, but tea bags work amazingly. My husband was freaking out because he found tea bags in his shoes. I forgot to warn him about that. Just put tea bags in all the shoes, leave them there, and it's going to eliminate the odor because there's nothing worse than having smelly shoes. I don't like smelly shoes. I think they're so gross. And on that note, remove your shoes when you when you come inside the house. I have a rule, I have a big pet peeve as well. Not removing your shoes is disgusting. You're bringing in all the dirt, all the bacteria. There's studies to show that we have E. coli on the bottom of our shoes from just walking outside. So you're putting that inside your house. It's not good. It's not respectful to come in someone's house and have shoes on. Remove your shoes, put tea bags in your shoes, and I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have like the cleanest, non-smelling shoes ever. I guess you could also use this in your gym bag. That's another great idea. Put tea bags in your gym bag, and that's also going to eliminate odor while you're going to the gym. Makeup remover for foundation on your clothes. And I'm guilty of this, and I know it's not a good look, but I like to wear a black jacket or any color jacket. If your foundation is rubbing off like the neck over here, it's got like, you could just, I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. Just grab the cheapest makeup remover wipes, have them in your car, have them everywhere, and just remove that because that's not a good look. It doesn't look clean. It looks like your jacket's dirty actually, because some guys don't even know that that's foundation. They just look at it and think that it's dirty. It's not a good look. Makeup remover wipes, have them on hand. I like to have them just in case. I actually never use makeup remover wipes for my face. I use them as a cleaning agent. So I'll use them under my nails, I'll use them in my car. But more importantly, I'll use them to remove the foundation on my clothes because it's a makeup remover and it removes foundation. I find that nothing else actually helps to remove the foundation, but makeup remover wipes work wonderfully. Now, change your pillowcase on hair wash day. So I recommend changing your bed sheets at least once a week, but you're not only washing your hair once a week, I hope. So when you wash your hair, change your pillowcase, because when your hair is nice and fresh, and even if your pillowcase was just changed 2 days ago, no matter what, it still has the oil built up from your hair before you washed it. It's got that bacteria on the pillowcase, no matter what, it's got like even the tiniest bit of a smell, but that oil on that pillowcase is going to transfer onto your clean hair, and that's a shame because you just cleaned your hair. This takes 2 seconds. I always do this. Sometimes I like to align hair wash day with changing my bed sheets, but life happens and there's events to go to, so I can't always time changing my bed sheets with when I'm gonna wash my hair. And I like to wash my hair at least twice a week, so I'm always changing the pillowcase on my bed when I wash my hair, and that way I know I have fresh, clean hair on a clean pillowcase. Highly recommend this. Facial tissues, many of you already know this, but you don't need to buy those expensive facial tissues to clean your skin. You can just get the cheapest regular facial tissues and use that. And I do highly recommend using this. Do not use your hand towel or any kind of towel to clean your skin. I also find that it's more abrasive for your skin, but when you're using disposable clean tissues, you know they're clean, you're not going to have any acne or breakouts. I swear I have, my skin's a lot clearer and cleaner since I started using this method a few years ago. I never use any towels on my face, just use a clean tissue. I grab 2 or 3 tissues and I just pad dry my skin. I don't rub it or anything. And it's going to ensure that your skin stays nice and clear. Because I don't know about you, but let's say you meet someone again and they've got like really bad skin, they've got acne, it's really breaking out. I feel horrible, I feel bad for them. But it also kind of makes you feel like they're not as hygienic. There's this association, I know that it shouldn't be there, but it is. When we see someone with bad skin or any flare-ups or any skin issues, we associate that with bad hygiene, because kind of is. It's a lot of bacteria buildup and inflammation on your skin that your skin just can't deal with, and it's overreacting, and that's what we're seeing as a result. So to avoid all that, there's simple things you can do. Facial tissues is one of them that I highly recommend. Every time you wash your face and you want to dry it, just pad dry, clean tissue, and throw it in the garbage. Next is wash makeup brushes at least 3 times a week. So if you're using makeup every single day, I'm not saying that after every use you have to wash your makeup brushes, because no one has time for that. If you do, great. And you don't need anything fancy. You don't need to spend any money on any facial or makeup brushing tools. You don't need anything. All you need is a regular bar of soap, any kind of soap, and your hand. And all you're going to do is just take the makeup brush, put it under water, wash it on top of the bar soap until you see all the makeup come off and your brush comes out like its original color. And you're going to just scrub it against your fingers and then wash it again and let it dry on, again, clean tissue or on a clean towel, doesn't matter. And I like to do this when not at night, because when your makeup brushes are wet, it's going to harbor bacteria. So make sure you do this in the beginning of the day, so you let your makeup brushes dry next to a window, so the UV light will actually help to kill the bacteria on your makeup brushes while they are drying. So let's say if I put on my makeup in the morning, I'm going to wash my makeup brushes that morning, and if I don't have time, I'm not going to wash them until the morning that I do have time. And that's going to be better than washing them at night and having them air dry at night, because that's definitely not ideal. We don't want any kind of water sitting throughout the night. Also ensures better makeup application. When your brushes are clean, you have better makeup application, you have less chances of breakouts and acne. It's just obviously better to use a cleaner makeup brush. Then, and I know this is obvious, but I don't think we do this often enough, is we gotta change our razors, our shaving razors. If you use shaving razors, I like to use shaving razors, even though I did get laser hair removal. I just find that kind of like dermaplaning for my face, when I use a razor, it just helps me have smoother skin. It's kind of like exfoliating. I like to use it even if there's not that much hair. I like to use a razor every single day in the shower. And so I like to change it, I'll say at least once or twice a week, because the blades do get dull, they get full of buildup and bacteria and everything. And you don't want to have any kind of situation where you have like skin irritations and it gets smelly and dirty. So just throw it out and just get a fresh one, and just get the reusable tips on it. That's it. And that leads me into changing your loofah. I know everyone talks about this, but how often do you actually change your loofah or whatever you use in the shower? Whatever you use in the shower, anything that comes in contact with water needs to be changed often enough. And so I like to change it every couple of weeks, because it does get a lot of buildup on it. It stays wet in there, it gets nasty. So it's annoying, but I do recommend changing it often enough just to make sure everything's nice and clean and sanitary. Moving on with, this is kind of weird and also important, cleaning your ears, but not inside your ears, because as you know, it's dangerous to clean with Q-tips inside your ears, but we should be cleaning all around our ears and behind our ears, because we tend to accumulate a lot of bacteria, especially us ladies. We use a lot of lotions, a lot of makeup, everything, and I don't think many people actually spend the time to clean around their ears, because I know this is kind of weird, kind of like your belly button, but I also find that in all the nooks and crannies, like we just tend to accumulate a lot of bacteria. So I've been like almost addicted to cleaning all around my ears, because I just like the feeling. I know it's super weird, but this is just what I do. I don't clean in my ears, but all around it. All I do is grab a Q-tip. Again, I spray it with the Hygiene peroxide. there's a theme here. I love hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide really helps to disinfect everything. If you wear earrings, I also recommend cleaning your jewelry. But let's say you're too lazy to clean your jewelry. And here's a hack. You just spray the Q-tip with hydrogen peroxide and you kind of clean all around, behind, everywhere, like where the locks are for your earrings, all around there, just clean with hydrogen peroxide. That's going to be better than not doing anything at all. Ideally, you do remove your jewelry and you just clean it in a jewelry cleaning solution. But if you don't have time for that, I think this method works actually quite well, and you'll be surprised how much dirt actually comes off and how much nicer and cleaner your jewelry will look, and your ears will be nice and clean. There's something about having clean ears. I don't know. Call me weird, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think, if any of you are also doing this. I just think it's important. It's also just basic hygiene, like we need to clean around our ears, okay? Anyway, and let's also segue. Next point I wanna make is cleaning under your nails. Okay, so I recently took off my gel nails and I just have short little stubby nails, so I don't have like a lot to clean under. But when I did have my long nails, I did like to I would take a clean toothbrush. Don't use a used toothbrush, ever. I know people, unless you're cleaning like shoes or something, but not on yourself. So get a clean, cheap toothbrush from the dollar store, or if you have a fancy nail brush, that's good too, but keep it nice and simple. Clean under your nails. I'm telling you, it is so gross. It looks gross. So many times I catch girls when they're talking and I can just catch stuff under their nails. It looks disgusting. And you can't help it when you have long nails. No matter what, there's gonna be stuff accumulating there, okay? So just have one on hand, clean under your nails. It's going to look a lot better. There's nothing more gross than seeing dirt under your nails. I don't know, I find that it's gross. And again, you can be the most attractive person in the room, but if you've got dirty nails, it looks so bad. It looks so unhygienic. It just looks gross. Okay, so this leads me into cleaning your hairbrush. I know many of you probably already do this, but I just want to remind you how important it is, because every time we use our hairbrush, we're reintroducing that old bacteria and dirt and oil into our hair, and that would be a shame if our hair is nice and clean and we're putting that back into our hair, and that could lead to smell in our hair, and nobody wants that. Plus, you want to be using a clean hairbrush anyway. You want to keep everything sanitary. So what I recommend is when your hairbrush, you notice it's starting to get a little gunky and dirty, remove the hair, soak it in soapy water, let it air dry. In between using your hairbrush, let's say after you use it, just spray it with hydrogen peroxide. I know there's a theme here, I love hydrogen peroxide, but spraying with hydrogen peroxide is going to ensure that you're removing that odor, that bacteria, so next time you go to use it, it's going to be nice and clean, ensuring that your hair stays nice and clean, because let's be real, everything that comes in contact with our hair, we want to just keep it clean. Like our pillowcases, our hats, everything. So with our hats, this was not supposed to be part of the video, but I just remembered what I like to do is spray dry shampoo in my hat when I wear my hat. Also, like obviously you can wash your hat, but when you're done washing your hat and you're using it, just spray some dry shampoo into your hat, and that's going to ensure that your hat doesn't smell, because everyone knows that stinky hat smell. It's gross, nobody wants that, and just want to keep everything nice, fresh, and clean. Okay, moving on to wiping your counter space in your bathroom. I think this is so overlooked, but every single day, like this is not need to be like a whole bathroom clean, like no daunting task here. You just grab a simple wipe, like I keep just simple wipes in my bathroom all the time, and I just do a quick wipe down, because you wanna have just a clean environment in general in your hygienic spaces. In your bathroom where you're like getting ready, you're doing your skincare, you're doing your makeup, you wanna have just a clean space. You'll feel better, it'll look better, and your bathroom just stays clean, and you don't have to do like a big, like huge cleanup in your bathroom. Okay, next on that topic, wipe the inside of your car. I also keep wipes in my car. So our cars tend to build up odor because we spend a lot of time there. Even if you wash and clean your car on a daily basis, I still recommend having wipes in there just to freshen it up, remove the dust, and also where your headrest is, where your hair is touching, that tends to build up a lot of oil as well. Keep that clean, so anything that comes in contact with your hair is always staying clean. So I like to do that as well. It's super easy, it feels better, it makes your car smell better, it's deodorizing, it's removing the bad bacteria. Someone comes into your car, it's nice and fresh. There's nothing more attractive than getting into someone's car and it just stinks. Again, you can be the most attractive person on earth. If your car smells, it's a turn off. But I'm telling you, it's so easy as just having wipes in your car and just cleaning it up whenever you need. Okay, so I've saved the best for last, and this is one of my favorite hacks, is using benzoyl peroxide lotion under my arms after I shower. So this is going to ensure I've cleaned and killed off all the nasty bacteria that accumulates under my arms, and it's not going to contribute to any odor smell. So assuming you take a shower every night, I prefer to take a shower every night because I want to go into bed nice and clean. I use this brand every single night when I shower under my arms, and I'm telling you, my armpits do not smell nearly as bad as they used to before I used it. I mean, like, I was always clean and fresh, but this just completely removed any underarm odor. I think this is truly amazing, and everyone needs to incorporate this into their nightly shower routine, or just their shower routine in general. Get some benzoyl peroxide. It's an acne fighting cleanser, and it's got the ingredients to help fight the bacteria that causes acne, but it's going to help really eliminate underarm odor. And that's the first thing people notice truly, is like when your armpits smell. Like, that's like by far the worst thing ever when you come across someone, they've got like really nasty BO. Again, you can be the most attractive person on earth, but if you've got bad BO, that is just a complete turn off. Like, no one wants to be around you. It's disgusting, it's repulsive. This really helps. Another hack I like to do is put witch hazel spray. I spray it under my armpits. So I typically do this when I'm blow drying my hair, because I blow dry my hair and then I go to bed. But while I'm blow drying my hair, I feel like it's a workout and I'm actually kind of sweating. So to prevent any odor buildup, I spray witch hazel under my arms, and then I go to bed feeling nice and fresh, and I don't have any bacteria building up there, even though I just took a shower. But I'm just making sure that any of the sweat that came out, the bacteria is killed. And this is a natural solution. It's also used as a toner, but I just love this brand specifically, and I like to do this, and I just go to bed feeling nice and fresh. So those are some of my basic hygiene tips that I feel like no one talks about, but I think are super important to incorporate if you want to just look and feel a little bit more attractive. Leave your comments down below if you have any amazing hygiene tips that you would like to share. I would love to hear it. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching my video. I hope I see you in my next one.